All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome in. Thanks for joining us this evening. It's great to see you all. Um, my name's Kenan LaPrath, and this is Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. Um, we've got a great show for you tonight. It's all about clearing your own energy. Now, I've got a few quick points to make, and then I'll turn it over to my dad, your excellent host, Christopher LaPrath. So thoughts are electric, and they can pass through pretty quickly. They're external from the body. They're out in the field. That's why you always see in comic books that they have the thought bubble that appears, outside of the head, whatever a person's thinking. So feelings are magnetic. They come and go a little bit slower than thoughts, and they actually happen within the body. And if you tune in and feel different feelings, they'll originate in various areas of the body. So the most important thing to remember with any thought and feeling, good or bad, is that they don't originate from us. They don't come from us. We're just these antennas. We're receptors picking up signals, and the thoughts and feelings that we're experiencing is just an indication of where we're at on a frequency level. So if we want to raise our frequency, one of the best things that I'll leave you with here is just my piece of advice, which is gratitude, which can be an overwhelmingly positive force. So if you find yourself in a negative place, a deep sense of gratitude can flip the switch on that rather quickly. So without further ado, here's Christopher LaPrath.
Hey, thank you, Kenan. He's a great producer, and I might be a little biased. He's an amazing son. He's got incredible gifts. So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Wednesday night. Great blessings to all of you. We start every show by lighting the incense. So I want to get that started for you, and really sending clear, clean blessings to you. The The theme of tonight is clearing negative energy. This is one way to do it. Just lighting the incense. It helps to clear, like Kenan said, those thought bubbles that are in comic books. Especially if it's hot incense, you can use it to poke those thought bubbles and bust them up. Good way to put it, right? Okay. So he is a huge advocate of lighting the incense. There's incense going around the house pretty much at least 12 to 16 hours a day, which helps to keep the energy clean. And those feelings, when they come in, usually are spurred by thoughts. Like he said, electrical, magnetic. And it's really important to go, wait a minute, where is this energy coming from? Where are these thoughts coming from? Because all of you are developing your psychic ability. And there are some things that I wanted to share with you tonight just to get this show started. We talked about this earlier in the week on Sunday and Monday night, but I've got the selenite. We talked extensively. If you want to back up and watch the show the night before or the night before Sunday night, you can watch that. But we've got this great selenite, okay? These are like coasters, or you could put them by your bed. You can put them under your bed, under your pillow. You can put them in your purse. Put them in your car. But they're very, very protective, and they eliminate negative energy. So I've got the coasters, okay? And then we've got the selenite bowls, and by tomorrow, for all of you that ordered on Sunday or Monday night, we will get those out tomorrow. But these are the bowls, the selenite bowls. You can put your jewelry in them. Again, put them by your bedstand. They're really amazing. Like, you can actually feel. So if you're actually even feeling any kind of negativity, pick one of these up. But the one thing I wanted to talk about tonight, and can you show the camera?
Yeah.
This is called kyanite. Okay? And Laurel, I know I texted you quite extensively today about this stone. It is an incredibly beautiful, I should say, bluetiful stone. But blue has to do with your throat chakra. So one of the many things that it does is it helps to clear your throat chakra to speak truth, not just to other people, but to speak truth to yourself. Also, alkainite, this aligns all of the chakras. So in this energetic world that we live in, others or things people say, things that happen to us, circumstances, they can knock us out of alignment. Just like if we were picking up something heavy and it kind of cracks our back and our back hurts, we can get knocked out of alignment. Kyanite clears chakras, it clears energies, and it brings you back into alignment. So what I talk about on my show is what has worked for me. So we've talked about essential oils, we've talked about smells, but stones are extremely conscious. They have a consciousness, they have an ancient wisdom sealed within them. And these kyanite stones are extremely powerful. Now you can go and you can buy them at any store. They never need cleansing. You don't ever have to worry about putting them in the selenite. They actually cleanse stones themselves, and they never need cleansing. So the body, somehow your energy field recognizes these stones and other stones, energy fields, and they align. It helps the body, because the body is an energy field, align to that energy field and what that stone represents. So the kyanite, if you can go down to your store, if you can find them yourself, it's great. We can send you kyanite. They're only $10 each for about that size of kyanite. You can see with my hand, you don't need very big pieces, but kyanite is absolutely beautiful. It helps to dispel any and all blockages, mental, emotional, spiritual. And it actually brings tranquility. Even that color of blue is absolutely beautiful. Okay. All right, good. So I wanted to share those with you. So if you're new to the show, be sure to say hello in the chat. Whether you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on Twitch, say hello so we know that you're here. Kenan is my producer, Kenan Laprath. He's writing down people's names in order that they say hello in the show. If you've contributed, if you made a contribution, you absolutely are first to go through. If you can contribute, please do. But if it's your first time on the show, we always give you a free card, free reading. And also what's important for those of you that have been on the show for a while, when I'm reading for one person, it is a verbal, energetic blessing to that person, but also to the group. The other thing that makes this show so powerful is if you're observing me reading for someone else, is you can send those people, even though you may have never met them, even though they live in different parts of the country, you can send them blessings along with what I'm saying about who they actually are, or helping them meet their goals, or to remove blockages. So that's the power of the show, and I'm so grateful for all of you to be here. Okay, so we have a group card. We start with a group card, okay? Yeah. So the show would not be possible without your contributions. And the biggest contributors are sponsors. We have two sponsors. It's called the Felice Agency. So Tony and his people at the Fleece Agency, they're an amazing, amazing marketing and branding company. If your business needs marketing and branding, please reach out to Tony. Also, Brick Road Coffee in Tempe, great sponsors, and we're working on doing a show with them at their place, a live show. So hopefully we'll be able to work that out with them soon. But thank you both for the sponsorships and for the contributions you make. Even if it's just for one card, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, we've got a group card tonight. An amazing, amazing card. So all of you from this show moving forward are receiving this solar light upgrade. What's interesting about this card is it's talking about the power of your solar plexus. The solar plexus is just right above your belly button. It is the center of your energy field, and it's where your power comes from. I apologize if I'm looking down. I took some notes with this, and this area, it's called the gut. It's the energetic gateway that governs our gut, that governs our instincts, and on an energetic level, our willpower. So many times I've told clients, do yoga, do Pilates, do something that physically strengthens that area. You may not be very good at setups, but you can try, okay? And they don't have to be full, hard military sit-ups. They can just be gradual sit-ups, just trying to sit up in bed, but strengthening that area. And this space, this solar plexus area that's just above the belly button, is described as a glowing sun. So I'd like you all just to take a moment and close your eyes and focus your energy, focus your attention on that area of the solar plexus and bring in the light there. It's a glowing sun. Feed that light. Expand it, grow it, make it bigger, make it stronger. Because this area is the source of our daily inspiration, our ancient wisdom. And this is where you draw on that ancient wisdom. So when we're talking about clearing energy, go there. Picture it as a sun. And then feed the sun, feed the light, expand it, make it stronger, deeper, larger. Because we've come into this life, we've been preparing for this life through dozens, through hundreds, maybe thousands of incarnations, over and over and over again. And this area will help us remember what we've been prepared to do in this lifetime now. That's the power of this solar light upgrade. This will help you move forward with projects, your goals, your intentions. This energy for this reading tonight to all of you will help move you forward with all of that. And to pop those thought bubbles. Okay? And this is, so when you think about feeding this area, this solar plexus area, with this light, with this energy, you think of it as the sun. And the sun feeds the flowers and the trees and the earth itself with this warmth, with this light. And that's what you're going to be doing, is you're going to be feeding your goals, your dreams, and your intentions with the power from this solar plexus that contains the ancient wisdom from many, many lifetimes. So that's the group card for tonight. Okay. Who's on first?
Yeah, first tonight is Laurel, actually.
Hey, Laurel. Okay. And we will ship everything tomorrow for all of you that ordered. If you want to order, by the way, these bowls are $33, and a set of 4 of these is $25. Okay. Okay. Laurel. Wow, beautiful, beautiful card, Laurel. This is called the Six of Cups. This is mental, emotional, spiritual fulfillment. When you look at these beautiful children, and this is not a fantasy land. This is not a fantasy picture. This is the child. This is you, the child, relishing, adapting, playing in this field full of all these fruits, all these beautiful flowers, all these amazing this amazing nourishment that is available to us all. So it's no accident that you were the first one on the show tonight, because look at your field, okay, and picture it green, picture it with a stream through it, picture it with mountains in the distance, surrounded by forest, however you want to picture your field. But look at the abundance around you, and that you're sustained. You have the sustenance. You have the wherewithal because you're being taken care of. Okay? You're being watched over, Laurel. And it will appear to you that when people try to make a big deal out of something, or something goes wrong, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. In other words, be free of distractors. Come back to your field of abundance, of love, of kindness, of richness, of who you are. Okay.
Thanks. Next is Geo and Kat.
Okay. Hey, Geo. Hey, Kat. Hey, let me know what days you're going to be here. Okay, Kat. This is the Nine of Pentacles. It's money, money, money. But it's not just money for the sake of money. It's like a promotion, but it's something that you really want to do, that you love doing. Not just because you have to do it. Call it in. Snow White, okay? When you watch that old Disney movie, and she opens the shuttered windows, and she's like starts singing, and the birds start showing up, okay? Pay attention to birds. Pay attention to doves. And look them up. When they come into your path, look at what kind of bird it is and the message. So just look up animal spirit dove. And what is the message there? Because you've got these animal spirits and this transformative quality that's coming in. So butterflies, dragonflies will be showing up. More so. So they're talking about your guides. When I say they, I'm getting a message here There's someone with a butterfly tattoo. We'll probably go into this a little bit more when you're actually here and we give you a private reading face to face. But there's somebody with a butterfly tattoo or butterfly quality that will be helping you. Okay, Jared. So Kat got the 9 of Pentacles. You have the 3 of Pentacles. Look at everything you're doing right now as an investment for you, your family, and it seems like a lot of output without immediate return. This is an insurance, Jared, that it's going to be a return, not an immediate return on investment, but a definite return on investment, because it's building a triangle is one of the strongest structures ever, right? Just because of how it's built. So you're building this structure, you have this structure in place to then build other pyramids on top of it and to build the structure on the structure on the structure. But you're right now assuring that the foundation is really solid, and you're being guided in that foundation is really solid. So take your time. You know, I've been doing this show now almost a year. It's amazing. But from my personal growth, from Kennan's personal growth, from your personal growth, has it been worth it? Absolutely. So we're going to be, and we are expanding it. Okay, who's next?
Awesome. Yeah. Next is John on Facebook.
John on Facebook. Okay. The Page of Swords. John, how can I be of service? How can I be of service? Universe, show me now how I can be of service in this situation. What can I contribute? And who can I best contribute to? Not by taking sides, but contributing toward the kingdom and contributing toward others, contributing what is best for others and for yourself. And stay open to learning. This page is in a court. He's in a court with kings and queens and princes and princesses and the military, and there's a lot coming at him. You're picking it all up. You're doing it. You've got the kudos. We never stop learning. We never stop learning. And be free of. You're not one at all to assume that you know it all. I've known you for years. That's not what I'm saying here. But this is, be open to learning. And sit back. The page trusts the king. And the king is source, or God, or the universe, however you want to term it. But you are, in fact, all of us are, the king's favorite page. Okay? And you know what? Stop overthinking. Stop worrying. Stop. This is about turning the page. new opportunities. Okay,
Next is Abby and Mary.
Abby in Maryland. And I'm so glad, John, you got your wreath from Abby. Abby makes the most amazing wreaths. Look at it. It's a Wreath It by Abby. You'll see it on my Facebook posts. They're just magical. And she puts so much of her magic, her and Marilyn both, put so much of their magic in who they are. They're just whimsical and they're imaginative and they're fantastical. Yeah, so. So, Abby, for yourself, do a wreath with peacock feathers. Or include peacock feathers in some of your wreaths. Here's why. If you can, I'll do your homework. I'll give you a little bit of homework. Just look up spirit animal peacock or magical properties of peacock in a few cultures. Peacock is extremely sacred, and I won't go into it right now with this one reading, but there's something with it being very sacred and using peacock feathers to clear energy. So anytime you can order or get peacock feathers, get them, put them in your house. They're extremely powerful. Yeah, so this is, if we can make note of that, I'll probably call you, Abby, on that one, a little bit more in depth on this peacock, but look that up, would you? And what the peacock represents, and why it's so important. Because this is called the Page of Pentacles. So again, it's about being able to make more money, but using that money to pay it forward and to help consciousness, to contribute toward the growth of consciousness. That's important. Okay, Marilyn?
Yeah.
So, Marilyn, this knight on this horse is wearing armor and a cloak and holding a cup, and the horse is rearing, and the knight is keeping his balance. It took practice for that knight to get to this stage. Be patient with yourself. And where was it that you learned to be impatient with yourself? And are you willing right now to return that to sender? That is an equation that does not fit you. That is where you were taught 2 + 2 is 3. 2 + 2 is 4. Anywhere where you were taught to be impatient, or that you weren't fast enough, or that you weren't good enough, can you return that to sender right now? That is their belief. It is a misconstruction, a misconstruing of who you actually are. Because you're getting it, you're smart, and you understand. You understand people, you understand situations, and return to sender any and all of that. about and around impatience because you're getting it. Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So next is going to be Austin.
Okay, Austin. Austin, you need some beach time. This is the High Priestess card. It's the knower. It's the one who understands. You know those, what are those pods called that you float in that are high salinity? What are those called?
Float spas.
Yeah. Have you tried any float spas, Austin, where you're devoid of light and you're just floating in a sensory deprivation like tank? I don't know if you've gone to one, but I would recommend it. See how you like it, or if you've done it before. This will help quiet your mind. It's like you've gotten a phone call from the High Priestess, and then all these other calls start coming in. Oh, do you mind holding on, High Priestess? Hold on, I gotta grab this call. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. I've got the High Priestess on the other line. Hello, hello, High Priestess, still there? Oh, hang on, hang on. I got another call, High Priestess. I'm so sorry. The High Priestess is the knower. It's the true knowledge, and it's quieting the mind, quieting the calls from the mind, and overthinking things. The solution is there if you quiet the mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and French Willie, yeah, thanks for reminding me. We're going to be on the same time zone next week.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
So next is Lana.
Okay, Lana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lana.
Okay, Lana, yeah, we're going to get everything out to you tomorrow. Seven of Wands. This is really celebrating your sons and your grandsons and your grandkids. So send them something fun, or plan an outing, or have them come over. Don't prepare the food, but just be around their company. It's very powerful. It's very healing, and let Matt know that if there's some kind of new business venture coming in, it looks good. It looks really good. And there's a red team coming through, or there's something, a message about a red team. So I don't know who your sports, do they wear red? There's something with red, or something with Matt and his team that is talking about being in the red. That gives you joy. So it might be buying season tickets, or not season tickets, but just going to a game with this red team. I don't know who it is, but you do. Okay, who's next?
Nice. Yeah, it's hot, actually.
Hey, Todd. Hey. Mantra. Not my circus, not my monkeys. This is five guys fighting. Back out of it. Let them go through whatever it is that they're going through. Sometimes you have to allow people to hit rock bottom and not join in with them, because it's a lot of it is being created to distract you from what it is you're doing or what it is you want to do. And so stay out of any conflicts. These are five guys with major conflicts. And I'm not saying it's five guys, because I like Five Guys hamburgers, but this is staying out of any conflict or any people wanting you to side with them. Or try to get you to align with them. You are you. You have some amazing power. Just be aware of that, of not getting. And absolutely, you've got amazing advice. Trust your gut. That's the solar plexus area. Trust your gut. And energetically be free of getting involved if they don't heed your advice. Just let them thrash if they need to thrash, because these five guys are thrashing. Okay.
Yeah, next is Teresa and Mason.
Teresa, you've got it going on. The Empress. You have what it takes. You are the Empress. Are you willing to see yourself as the Empress day and night, 24/7, day in, day out? You're guided by the Divine Mother. You're guided by the Empress. And she's bestowed upon you this blessing of the Empress. And that be willing to be free of jumping through hoops for anyone. You're not a circus performer. The circus doesn't pay you to perform. And so, are you willing to let go of staying out of the performance mode? Now, when you're on stage, absolutely it's okay to perform. If you're wanting to put on a good impression, absolutely. But if someone is in your life that is trying to get you to perform, you don't gotta do nothing. Okay. And Mason, right? Mason. There are some really cool. Your mom can order these really cool night lights. They're like moons. They look like they're the moon, and they light up. The moon is your friend. The moon is intuition. It tells you things in your belly. It tells you things in your gut, and so you trust that, right? You trust your gut. The moon is it is magical abilities. Trust your gut, but get a couple night lights for the house. that look like the moon. They're beautiful, and they'll remind you, and your mom can talk to you about that, about what the moon represents. Okay. Hey, Shelley. Okay, I said this the other week. I said, you don't step on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't tear the mask off the old Lone Ranger. And you don't mess around with Jim. And you don't stay in the head of Shelley. And it's not just the head of Shelley. This is about staying out of our own heads. Okay? This is the hermit. This is withdrawing from the thoughts. This is, getting a really sharp needle. And like Kenan said, I love this. Now that's always going to stick with me when he talked about when you're reading a comic book and the thought bubbles, right, that are above the comic book, that the thoughts are outside and you just pop those thoughts. This is withdrawing from your head. Withdrawing from knowing the answers. This is using the solar plexus. Especially now, because this hermit is on this very narrow path. It's quite a ways down on both sides, but he's got the light. But the hermit is withdrawing from your head. And you know what? Take a trip, just even for a weekend, just to get away. Okay, good.
Tony and Tim.
Tony and Tim. Awesome. Well, Tony, highest card in the deck. So thank you for being here midway through the show. The Sun card, when the Sun card comes up, I always get the chills. This is trusting the gut. It's so funny how there's this synchronicity with the cards. And the first card was the solar plexus. This is heating your gut. Stoking your gut. In visualizing that solar plexus and feeding it this light. Visualize the light being there, the light growing and intensifying and deepening. And this is everything working out. You got everyone on the show. What a great message for Tony to be here, to pull this card for his higher self, to pull the card for himself, but also for all of you. Trust. It's all going to work out. And then go with Shelley on her vacation from her head. Okay? Trust the sun. Trust the goodness. It's not you that has to take care of everything. You're getting help. You're getting these particles, these... Tony, you know quantum physics better than I do. There's something with these particles of light from the sun that are forming a new way of thinking for you, a new way of being and trusting. And the sun is on a new crop right now. There's something bigger than you can imagine. And it's your inheritance. Are you willing to claim your inheritance now? Tim. So Tim, you've heard there's a is it Greek legend? It's called Damocles' sword. It's where there's a sword hanging above this guy's head on a thread, and he's like, "Oh God, is the thread going to break now? Is the thread going to break now? Is the thread going to break now?" No, just step over one step to the left or step to the right, you'll be out from underneath the sword. What do other people's opinions have to do with you? Nothing. Nothing. And Tim, who you are is absolutely good enough. And are you willing to let go of in any way, shape, or form living up to someone else's expectations? Oh, this is old stuff. Okay. So this is a spiritual colonic coming through here. Cleaning. So I don't mean just willingly let it go, let it go, let it go. It's not yours. It's not yours. This is very similar to what I was saying earlier about the where you were taught 2 + 2 is 3. This is not you. It's not. Are you willing to let go of creating any fault in yourself or any fault with yourself? Because there'd been a pattern when you were younger about things being your fault, and they're not. They weren't. You were a kid. Man, I can feel that one switching big time. Thank you. Okay, who's next?
Awesome. Yeah, it's Robin on Facebook.
Hey, Robin on Facebook. Robin, justice will be done. Robin, what goes around comes around. You ain't got to do nothing. Be free of cursing anyone or anything or any situation, because that will come back around to kick you. And anywhere where you've cursed or been upset because someone's tried to make you upset to steal your energy, can you cut that off and just return any negative energy to that person in no uncertain terms? This, and trust. Justice will be done. It may not be in the time frame you expect, but it will be done. It may take a few more days than what you were hoping, but oh well. Okay, who's next?
Thanks. That's Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Yeah, she's in Sedona, so she's gonna watch the replay.
Lindsay's in Sedona. Okay, great. Thank you, Lindsay. Have a wonderful time. Oh my gosh. So we'll get those rocks off to you tomorrow too. So hopefully by the time you get home, you'll have them. So Lindsay, while you're in Sedona, or when you get home, in any way, shape, or form, are you willing to let go of judging your life and how it's turned out? It's turned out perfectly. Are all of us willing right now to know that our lives have turned out and are turning out perfectly? We're getting the lessons that we've contracted to get when we chose our syllabus, when we came here. Trust that, trust it, and let go of all judgment of yourself. Are you willing to do that? Then all you got to do set your mind to it. Knuckle down, buckle down, do it. and pop those thought bubbles where there's any judgment of yourself coming in. Okay,
Nice. So last is French Willy.
awesome. French Willy. So, French Willy, make yourself a really good cup of tea and sit with it and look at all the amazing memories that you've created and bless those memories. And know that you're creating more memories, and that today will be a memory tomorrow. And so how is it you want to remember this day? Curl up in a soft blanket with a nice cup of tea and blessing everything and everyone around you. Yeah, they may be going through some thrashing. They may be in their head. They don't know what you know. They're not on the show. They're not developing this understanding, but you can still enjoy your cup of tea and know that you're making many more great memories. Okay. Do we have everybody?
That's everybody.
That's everybody. Have a blessed rest of your week, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your contributions. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you Sunday night at 6 p.m.